Hey guys, how's it going? We're going to be doing a little bit of a different project today. To get in the fall mood that I so desperately want, we're going to create a fall basket right here, and we're going to do a lettuce basket. And I'm really excited about it. It's not going to look like anything special today, but in about 28 days, it's going to be full of lettuce, and it's going to be just a gorgeous basket full of lettuce. So I picked this basket up a couple years ago at the Goodwill, and it has since gone through the ringer. The handle is basically broken on this thing, so this is probably going to be its last use, at least with the handles, but this probably will end up being its last use. So this basket, I am going to line the very bottom of it with plastic, and then we're going to put a couple holes in it for drainage, fill it up with soil, sprinkle some seed on top, and then I'm also going to run irrigation to it so that way it continuously gets water, because I'm not good about remembering to water pretty much anything. So the plan today is to just create a gorgeous fall basket, and then I have another container that I want to do, and I want to fill it up with my pansies. So I just kind of want this one. Let's do this, and then we'll get into the next one. So first step is I'm just taking some bags from the grocery store. I'm going to cut the handles off of these. And then we're just going to cut along one side. And then we're going to cut along the other side. Almost messed that up. I think I'm going to go in with 2 of these, and then we'll trim the excess. So you can see one of them covers half of it, and so I am going to go in with just 1 more of these bags, so that way I can really fill this entire thing up. Now that I have this full of soil, we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle our seeds. I'm gonna go with 3 different varieties. These I all picked up locally. These are 2 different brands, the Fairy Morris, and then also one that I picked up probably 5 years ago. And I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. It was 99 cents for a seed pack, and I actually think that I got it at the end of the year, and it was 4 for $1. Yeah, this says sell by 2022. So it's a very old seed packet, so I don't expect a whole lot of germination out of it, especially because there's only 3 seeds in here. But we're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle these on here. This, you know what, I'm gonna save this because I would really like to find another bag of this. This lettuce, it's just iceberg lettuce was one of the best heads of lettuce that I've ever grown in my entire life. I actually grew so much of it the first year that we had done a garden on this property, and when I was growing it, I harvested all of it and I gave a ton of it to friends, and all of them were like, this lettuce lasted so long in my refrigerator, and all of them had said that it had such a great taste on it, which is crazy because it's just an iceberg lettuce. So I would like to find this one also. This is the American Seed iceberg lettuce, 99 cents a packet. So just shows you don't have to buy expensive lettuce or expensive seeds to have great success. The next one that I'm gonna go ahead and do is the lettuce. This is called Grand Rapids, and I've never grown this one before, but I am excited about it. And then we are also gonna go ahead and do a spinach right here. This is Bloomingdale long-standing spinach. I love spinach. We go through a ton of it on our property. And so I would like to do kind of a mix on this. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide this up into probably halves. And I think I'm gonna go this way with it. So half of it's gonna be lettuce, half of it's gonna be spinach, and they both should be ready to harvest about the same time. They're both harvested, they both should germinate in about 7 to 10 days, and then they should be ready to harvest in about 45 days. So in about 45 days, I'll be ready to start harvesting on these. I'm really excited about it. I love winter grains. They're one of my favorites. And so this is a really great time for people to be starting these. And so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a ton of these, and I'm not keeping them in the landscape, so I'm not giving them proper spacing. So all I'm gonna do is create some channels in this, sprinkle my seeds in, cover them up, give them a good water, and then I am going to hook these up to irrigation when I get them in their permanent spot. Okay, now that this is all done, this looks so good. We used these vintage plant tags that I had gotten about a year ago at this point, actually a little over a year ago at this point. I got these at the Great Junk Hunt in Roseville, not this year when I went with Janie, but the previous year, and they're finally getting some use. I thought these were so cool, and I think that they add an instant interest into this basket that we're doing. And then once these fill out, you'll be able to see exactly which variety is which. Otherwise, I totally will forget in just a matter of a week. I will not remember what I planted. So this is gonna be great. Now we're gonna move on to the next project. The next one that I'm gonna do is plant a whole bunch of pansies in one container and do a big show of pansies. And I think that that's just gonna be a really pretty, beautiful impact piece. It'll be perfect for fall, and I can transition it into springtime also, as it'll winter over in my area. So let me set this aside and then we'll move on to the next project. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're going to fill this gorgeous container up. I got this as a gift from a friend. It has this beautiful little bee on it, and I am excited to fill this up. I think this is gonna be perfect for fall and for springtime. The bee will transition into springtime, and the Delta Shades Pansies that I have got right here are going to be so gorgeous for fall. I love these colors. They're really pretty. They're a little wilty right now because I forgot to water them yesterday, but they will perk right back up. But what I do want to do is I'm going to go in with another one of these plant tags because I will forget the name of them. They are the Delta Shades. And so I think that that'll be really pretty instantly. And then I also want to build kind of a cage around them because pansies tend to get a little bit long. And so I want to take these, I'll cut these down probably to about here. And I'm going to go in with, I think, 4 of these right here. So I'm just gonna go in with 4 of these and I'm gonna build a little trellis system. And then we're gonna go in with a little bit of twine. Like you can see, I've already done on this one before, obviously. And just kind of build something to cage these in. Otherwise, if they get too much water or they get too leggy, they'll start to flop, and that's not what I want. And so we're gonna build kind of an instant impact with this trellis that'll keep it so they can stay more contained and the flowers can kind of branch out, but it will help keep them super full, super round. So let's go ahead and run irrigation up the bottom of this because I want this set on irrigation, and I think that this is actually just gonna stay on this table when I put it back in its spot. I think this will be a nice little pop of color on this table and some interest that it desperately needed. So irrigation just goes right up the bottom. These are some easy fall projects. One planter full of one plant. I love doing that. It's just as big impact about one plant instead of trying to tuck in a whole bunch of things. This container really wouldn't handle a whole bunch of different varieties of plants. So we're gonna do one, and then we built this little cage. These guys are a little bit thirsty, so once I give them a drink, they will perk right back up. This is gonna stay on this table. We're gonna put it next to the espalier wall that I have, and I think it's gonna be such a gorgeous addition. And I really love the little like node to vintage that I really love, and these are the vintage metal plant tags that I think that they are the coolest thing out there. So I am really excited to see all of this happen, especially this lettuce basket grow up. I had seen somebody else do this over on Instagram. I think it was Harold's Finishing Touches where the inspiration came from. He was buying starts, and I can't find any starts that look decent or varieties that I actually like. So I decided, you know, we're gonna do seed, and it's way easier, way more affordable. I think this entire project only cost me maybe $20 in total. The pansies were, I think, $7. The container was gifted. We had to buy some soil, which was maybe a couple bucks. The container, maybe another $10 at most on this. And the plant tags I've had for a year now. So overall, this is a pretty affordable project, maybe 30 at most if you're having to go buy everything. The basket, like I said, check out your local Goodwill, thrift stores. And this one I think might have been at the Goodwill for like $3 or something like that. So it was a killer deal. So I think that is going to be it for this video. I'm gonna go get these guys watered in because they desperately need it. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.